Good evening, here are tonight's top stories. Tarina Nichols urgently requires a kidney donor to save her life. A devastating fire destroys the Lyndon Municipal Market, prompting an investigation. Former cyclist Tyrone Hamilton is charged and remanded. Meanwhile, protest erupts at Guyana's Rosehall Estate over unpaid bonuses. Investigations are underway into a miner's death in the Guyana River. Tragically, a man is fatally stabbed in an altercation at an East Roosevelt grocery shop. Also, stricter sanctions are being considered for private security firms following fatal incidents. Stay tuned for more updates. Please remember to like, share and subscribe to our channel for more news.
Public assistance needed, Tarina Nichols in need of a kidney donor to save her life. Tarina Nichols, a young and progressive female, is facing end-stage renal disease and is in urgent need of an O-negative kidney donor to save her life. In a heartfelt plea, Tarina is reaching out to the community for assistance. If you are willing and able to help Tarina by donating a kidney, please reach out to her at 660-3942. Your generosity and compassion can make a life-saving difference. We urge you to share this message with your friends and family, and encourage them to spread the word as well. Together, we can amplify Tarina's plea and increase the chances of finding a suitable donor. Thank you for your support and kindness during this critical time. Your assistance could be the lifeline that Tarina urgently needs. Fire destroys Lyndon Municipal Market. Investigation underway. Last night, a fire of unknown origin ravaged the Lyndon Municipal Market in Region 10, Upper Demerara Burbus, leaving several stalls destroyed in its wake. The blaze ignited around 20:30 HRS, prompting immediate response from authorities who have launched an investigation into its cause. Fortunately, there have been no reports of fatalities or injuries resulting from the fire. This incident marks another devastating blow to the region's market infrastructure. In November 2023, an electrical fire razed the Riverton Market in Region 6. The Guyana Fire Service attributed the cause to an overheated electric fan left running in one of the stalls. Similarly, in July 2023, the Charity Market in Region 2 fell victim to flames, with investigations pointing to an electrical meter as the source of the inferno. The Porica Market in Region 3 suffered a similar fate in February 2023, when a fire erupted during construction work. Sparks from welding activities ignited nearby combustible materials, resulting in extensive damage to the market. Despite these setbacks, efforts have commenced to rebuild and restore the affected market structures, reflecting the resilience of the communities affected by these tragedies. Former cyclist Tyrone Hamilton charged and remanded. Former national cyclist Tyrone Hamilton appeared before Magistrate Nurse at the Diamond Magistrates Court on Thursday, facing charges of conspiracy to traffic cocaine. Bail was denied, and the case was adjourned to May 16 for disclosure. Hamilton voluntarily surrendered himself to the Customs Anti-Narcotic Unit, CANU, on May 4 following the issuance of a wanted bulletin in connection with a significant drug seizure at the CJIA on February 22. The seized cocaine, weighing 71.2 kilograms and valued at $64 million, was discovered in 2 suitcases intended for a British Airways flight. Another individual, Gavin McKee, remains wanted for questioning in relation to the drug bust. McKee's wife, Jessica McKee, was previously arrested but subsequently released. The wanted bulletins were issued after Travis Seeley, 26, a shift leader at the new Timeri Handling Service, and Kobe Backer, 20, a ground security coordinator at Secure Innovations and Concept, were apprehended while retrieving 4 duffel bags over the airport's fence. CANU officers observed the exchange and uncovered 64 brick-like parcels of cocaine inside the bags. CANU stated that had the cocaine reached its intended destination in the United Kingdom, its estimated street value would have exceeded £3 million, approximately equivalent to 679 million Guyanese dollars. Protest erupts at Guyana's Rosehall Estate over unpaid bonus. Workers at Guyana's Rosehall Estate staged a protest this morning, halting operations and taking to the streets in frustration over the non-payment of a promised one-week bonus. The bonus, typically issued to factory workers 2 weeks after the crop ends, has yet to materialize despite assurances from management. The unrest followed a meeting between estate management and union representatives, where it was revealed that Guyana lacked the funds to fulfill the promised bonus. Last week, assurances were given that the bonus would be disbursed on Friday, but workers were informed otherwise this morning. Upon learning of the situation, a significant portion of the workforce downed tools and walked out of the factory, demanding immediate payment. Out of 157 workers engaged in the factory's operations, 106 joined the protest, leaving 51 to continue working. Rosehall Estate, which had a first crop sugar target of 3,190 tons, fell short, producing only 1,779 tons, a nearly 50% deficit. The financial strain to fulfill the promised bonus not only impacts Rosehall Estate workers but also extends to East Burbus Estate employees, including factory workers from the Albion Estate, amounting to approximately $300 million. The standoff underscores the growing frustration among Guyana employees over unmet financial commitments, highlighting the pressing need for resolution and equitable treatment of workers in the sugar industry. Investigation underway into miner's death in Guyana River. Police in Regional Division 7 are currently investigating an incident that led to the death of Sherman Tang, a 58-year-old miner of Quartzstone Back Dam, Guyana River, between April 21 and April 23, 2024. According to inquiries, Tang, who lived alone in his camp at Quartzstone Back Dam and worked solo at the location, was last seen leaving his camp on April 21, 2024, by another miner. Concerned about Tang's whereabouts, the miner returned on April 22, 2024, to check on him but couldn't locate him. The following day, April 23, 2024, Tang was found alive but injured near his work area by the same miner who contacted the victim's cousin for assistance. Tang informed his cousin that while operating his jet, the mining pit wall collapsed, causing a tree to fall and strike him, impeding his movement. He remained at the location since April 21, 2024, unable to move due to his injuries. Efforts were made to transport Tang to the hospital, but logistical challenges prevented immediate evacuation. Instead, he was taken to his camp for care. Unfortunately, on April 24, 2024, at approximately 4:30 HRS, Tang's cousin discovered him motionless. The police were alerted, and upon arrival at the scene, they observed several injuries on Tang's body, including abrasions to his knee, head, and right shoulder. His body was then taken to the Bartica Regional Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Investigations into the circumstances surrounding Tang's death are ongoing as authorities seek to establish further details. Man fatally stabbed in altercation at East Ruimveldt grocery shop. Authorities in Regional Division 4 are currently investigating the alleged murder of 52-year-old Sean George, a resident of Vlissingen Square, East Ruimveldt, Georgetown. The incident occurred earlier today, Wednesday, April 24, at approximately 17:00 HRS, in front of a grocery shop located at Vlissingen Square. According to initial inquiries, George was seated on a bench at the grocery shop when a 34-year-old resident of West Ruimveldt, riding a motorcycle, passed by and allegedly called out to him, labeling him an anti-man. Responding to the provocation, George shouted back, inviting the suspect to confront him face-to-face. Subsequently, the suspect stopped his motorcycle, dismounted, and approached George, leading to a physical altercation. The altercation escalated, and both men ended up in a nearby drain, where the suspect produced a knife and stabbed George multiple times, 4 stabs in total, 1 to his left forearm and 3 to his left side abdomen. Following the attack, the suspect fled the scene on his motorcycle in a northern direction, leaving George wounded in the drain. George was rushed to Georgetown Public Hospital Corporation for medical attention but succumbed to his injuries while undergoing treatment. Police were notified of the incident, and a crime scene ranks processed the scene, recovering the murder weapon. The suspect, identified as the 34-year-old resident of West Ruimveldt, is currently being sought by authorities. Meanwhile, George's body has been transferred to the GPHC mortuary pending a post-mortem examination as investigations into the matter continue. The motive behind the altercation and subsequent stabbing remains under investigation by law enforcement. Stricter sanctions considered for private security firms following fatal incidents. In response to recent tragic incidents resulting in fatalities involving firearms belonging to private security firms, authorities are considering implementing stricter sanctions against these firms for deficiencies in their operations. Minister of Home Affairs, Robeson Ben, revealed that in light of the incidents, the firearms of both companies involved were confiscated, and staff retraining, particularly in firearm use, was ordered. In both cases, we required immediate retraining. The immediate response was the taking away of weapons, and we are trying to find more resorts to sanction them for their deficiencies, Ben stated during a press briefing. The incidents in question occurred in March. One involved the fatal shooting of Ashanti Liverpool by her sister's ex-boyfriend, a security guard employed by OP Security Service. The guard used an AR-15 rifle, leading to Liverpool's death and his own suicide. In the other incident, teenager Jared Jagonand was fatally wounded by a security guard at Schaff Auto Sales. The guard, attached to Cerberus Security Service, claimed the shooting was accidental. However, Minister Ben emphasized that neither incident was truly accidental, raising questions about the character and training of security personnel employed by these firms. These occurrences raise questions about the character of the persons being employed by these security firms and the level of training. If you are a trained security person and you have a precept, it could not be accidental, Ben stated. The minister further highlighted ongoing discussions between the Guyana police force and security service providers regarding discipline, work hours, potential fatigue issues, and the responsible handling of weapons. The aim is to prevent similar incidents in the future and ensure the safety of all individuals involved. Death of Ramy Albatra raises questions on sale of Guyana Marriott Hotel. The sudden demise of Egyptian-born American billionaire, Ramy Albatra, has cast a shadow over the sale of the Guyana Marriott Hotel, a state-owned property. Albatra, who had twice submitted leading bids to purchase the hotel under his company, passed away unexpectedly, leaving the status of the pending sale uncertain. Albatra was reportedly in the final stages of negotiating the purchase of the hotel and had expressed frustration over the prolonged process, urging the Guyana government to expedite the transaction. As the majority owner of the hotel, the government's involvement in the sale process is crucial. In response to Albatra's death, Vice President Barrett Jagdeo stated that the government is not in a rush to finalize the sale of the Guyana Marriott Hotel. The fate of the purchase remains unclear, as it is uncertain whether Albatra's company will proceed with the acquisition. Jagdeo indicated that if Albatra's company does not proceed with the purchase, consideration may be given to the second highest bidder. However, he emphasized that there is no urgency to conclude the sale, and the government may even choose to retain ownership of the hotel. The sale of the Guyana Marriott Hotel has faced challenges from the outset. In late 2023, Albatra's bid of $90 million was accepted by the National Industrial and Commercial Investments Limited, NISL, as the winning bid. However, the government rejected all bids submitted in the first round of bidding, leading to a second round with a revised base price. Albatra's unexpected passing has added complexity to an already contentious sale process, leaving the future ownership of the Guyana Marriott Hotel uncertain.